Here on the field with Gulf Coast head coach Jack Wright. Jack, I think this is the 103rd meeting between these schools. It's a huge rivalry, and weird things happen. What was tonight like for y'all?
Just a tough game, tough opponent, South Division game on the road. I can tell you what to expect. It's not going to be easy. The South gets no easier going forward. We came out on the right side of this one, but for a long time we didn't know.
You guys offensively struggled a little bit in the first half, and then in the second half you're able to get things kind of cranked up. What changed for y'all?
We had some big throws. To get it going. We threw the ball a little bit more in early downs, I think, which gave us a little bit more of a predictable look. We wanted to get the ball out of Landon's hands quick. Probably should have done that earlier. You know, we had some matchups out there that we loved, and we finally hit them later in the game.
We just talked with Antwaan Mays. You'll see the interview here in a couple minutes, but he had a big touchdown play to kind of get y'all going.
Yeah, the first touchdown of the game. Like you said, we were struggling moving the ball. He came free, got some good separation on that touchdown pass and made a clutch catch and got in. So he kind of got us going. He kept us in the game earlier when they were moving the football and scoring. We kind of had to keep pace and stay in there so we could win it later.
You're down 21-13 and then just explode, wind up going up 42 to 21. And Ty had 3 touchdowns right in a row. I mean, he just, gets better and better, it seems like.
He's fast. He's elusive. Good. He's good before the ball hits his hands. He's good after the ball hits his hands. He's hard to cover one-on-one. He just continues to make big plays for us tonight and last week. And a couple other games we had to have him. He comes through in critical moments. We know he's a talent, and we know he's hard to pin in.
And we don't need to talk any more about him because we talk about him every week. Mason Beverly had a couple of huge plays that really got y'all
I know we had a couple of big plays there in the third quarter, but to me, the play that got us going was Mason's big play on first down. We got the ball, and we took a shot at him. He came open like he always does, and that's kind of where I felt like we got our rhythm a little bit. Landon hit a big throw and kind of got some confidence. So I think that was a key play.
And I know y'all are trying to establish a run, and I think Allen had a good night tonight. So what'd you see running?
I don't know the numbers. We got to run the ball better. I think every coach in America can say that. But again, they're good on defense. They had a good plan for us. There was always an extra guy in the box. So. But we got to be able to run it in those situations, regardless of what they're doing on defense. We've got to continue to improve in a lot of areas, and running the football is the first one that comes to mind.
Pearl River was missing their first 2 quarterbacks. Did they do stuff differently this week, running the third string guy? Or?
It didn't look like it to me from the sideline. You just got to give them credit. They executed. We did force a couple of turnovers, but we got to put them in situations to feel a little pressure. I think that's where I'm a little disappointed is we didn't put them in behind the chains enough tonight, and so that's kind of where I think the disappointment bleeds in.
We're going to talk with Willie Breland. He had a big interception that gave y'all a really short field there in the fourth quarter. You were able to get the turnovers, I think, when you really needed them tonight.
We did. We got a big one. We had to challenge one to get the field goal there before halftime. So. That's something we've got to continue to do. You don't win big games if you just let the other offense execute. Don't disrupt what they're doing. Don't get turnovers. You've got to, you can give up some yards here and there, but you've got to create some negative plays for them in order to win games.
You guys everybody in the conference has an off week next week. What's going to be your strategy for that?
I don't know. I'm just ready to rest. Well, we got 3 days off. We're giving the players 3 days off, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We've been on a short week. They've earned it. They've been a lot of hard work over the last 12 days or so, especially. So they've earned the time off. We're going to take a couple of days off as coaches, kind of collect our thoughts, and come back to Monday with a plan.
You always got to go recruiting too, so that's always in the mix as well.
Always,
so.
Never stops.
Congratulations,
Great.
Jack.
Thank you, Don.
Here on the field with wide receiver Antwaan Mays from Miami, FLA. Antwaan, big win over an arch rival. How'd that feel getting the W tonight?
It felt amazing. All the guys came together after halftime. We kind of bonded on the field, and the results showed.
Yeah, y'all got off to a little bit of a slow start. What changed for y'all there in the second half?
Just coming together as a team. We knew coming into this week they wasn't really the problem. It was going to be on us and how we communicated on the field. And the first half was a rough start, but coming out of halftime, we kind of communicated, got our problem solved, and it showed.
3 catches, 72 yards. You had a 44-yard touchdown catch. Walk us through that play.
The cornerback was pressed. I was telling Coach Wright the whole game, like, he's pressed and just give me a shot, and he gave me a shot, and I made the most out of my opportunity.
It looked like in the second half, all the wide receivers were able to get some separation on the DBs. Is that what you were seeing out there?
Yes, sir.
What'd you see out of the Regulators? I know they got off to a little bit of a slow start too, but they were able to buckle down a little bit there in the second half.
I mean, it's all practice. We know you're going to mess up sometimes, but it's all about coming together as a team, and that's what we did.
It's hard to hold any team down these days in college football. All the offenses are really good. You guys have an off week next week. What's it going to be like to get a little blow this time?
I mean, it's not really a blow. We're still going to go ahead and attack this week like we have a game this week because we got to prepare for the next opponent.
Congratulations, Twan.
Thank you.
Here on the sidelines with defensive back Willie Breland, all the way from Wiggins. Hometown guy, doing it big. He's got his whole family right over here taking pictures of him and taking some videos. We're going to talk to Willie here. Willie, he had 4 tackles tonight, big interception. Let's talk about the interception first. What happened on that play?
Honestly, so we prepared for this the whole week. We knew they was going to throw the ball, and they kind of needed it to convert. You know, they slowed down. We slowed them down in the run game. So honestly, I just dropped back and read the quarterback, and he threw it right to me. Well, he threw it to the man, but I was there. You know?
Yeah, there were a lot of times when y'all were right on top of receivers. I don't think it was the cleanest game for the Regulators as y'all would have liked, but what did y'all do to hang in there?
We just kept fighting. You know, we knew they was gonna come out on fire and all pumped up because they didn't have anything else to lose. So this basically was their championship. So we knew they was gonna come out like that, and we just had to finish. That's all it was.
I think this is a 103rd meeting between the schools. It's always a big deal. We're only about 26, 28 miles apart, so everybody knows everybody, that kind of thing. What did you see from the offense tonight? They really got it cranked up.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna start out with saying their defense came out on fire again. But I think we was kind of passive at first, trying to figure them out. And once we did in the second half, we basically lit them up, went over their head, and that is what it is.
Coach Wright said y'all are going to get a little time off because we don't have a game next week. What's that mean for you guys?
Honestly, we need that. We got a bunch of guys that's banged up, so we need that little break. But we got to come back and hit it hard again on that bye week.
Yeah, we had homecoming on Saturday, turn around and play on Thursday, so it's a short week of prep. You don't get the full week, and like you said, we're through 5 games, and guys need a little rest.
Yep.
So congratulations, Willie.
Thank
Good
you.
job, and we'll see you here next week around the camp.
Yes, sir.